А? Ну там другие штрихи, да, там другие инструменты добавлю. Это оркестр там и все такое. Не, это оставлю, это как первое такое вступление, ну, первый кусок. А потом просто их соединю и все. Так, мы пришли. Вот, да, сюда пришли. Наверное, оружие какое-нибудь надо посущественней. Пока это поставим. Несущественное, конечно. Ну, собственно, сюда мы и шли. Так, куда мы пришли?
Hey, hold up there. First time in Good Neighbor? You can't go walking around without insurance.
Ну, развод, короче.
Unless it's keep dumb assholes away from me insurance. I'm not interested.
Now don't be like that. I think you're gonna like what I have on offer. You hand over everything you got in them pockets, or accidents start happening to you. Big, bloody accidents.
Ага, гоп-стоп, что ли?
Someone steps through the gate the first time, they're a guest. You lay off that extortion crap.
What do you care? He ain't one of us.
No love for your mayor, Finn? I said let him go.
You soft Hancock. You keep letting outsiders walk all over us. One day, there'll be a new man.
Come on, man. This is me we're talking about. Let me tell you something.
Больше. Ух ты, нихера себе.
Why'd you have to go and say that, huh? Breaking my heart over here. You all right, brother?
Хера там, блин, чувак.
You killed him.
Got a good pair of eyes on you. I think you'll fit in here. Good neighbors of the people, for the people. You feel me? Everyone's welcome.
Да, похоже на анархию.
Sounds like anarchy.
The best kind of anarchy. Embrace it, and maybe one day you'll call this little slice of chaos home. So long as you remember who's in charge.
А кто тут здесь главный? Такой, блин, Гуль. Нахуй. Капитан Гуль. Может тебя прибить? Жестко.
Hey.
Brotherhood of Steel. Better stay out of Good Neighbor. All I'm saying.
Че, братство стали сюда не это? Не суется? Такое-то. Кристину банку нельзя украсть, что ли, да? Сразу стрелять начнут. Блин, это не Гуля, я смотрю, что здесь.
Hey there.
Oh, new face walks into my store, and you're not even screaming yet. Very polite. You let me know if anything catches your fancy.
Давай
I've got a few
поменяем.
minutes to browse.
Everything's guaranteed to last. Until it doesn't.
Чё это там? Плазменный пистолет. Сопротивление урона. Чё мне не хватает прям? На 52. Это что у нас? Кожаная броня для правой руки. Поэтому мне надо будет снимать свой костюмчик. О. А. И это. Угу. Слушай, Наташка, может все-таки попозже? Мы же с тобой в самый пик попадем с людьми этими. Так далеко ехать, это же охренеть. Хотя бы после этого пика. Ну, час пика. Можешь шлем купить. Возьму-ка его. Сколько вес? 3. Да я про себя. Ладно, поем. Подожди, что за шлем бейсболиста? Откуда у меня шлем бейсболиста? У меня вроде как поставлен, непонятно. Так, чтоб тебе продать-то? Хлам. У меня сигареты, наверное, есть какие-то. Так. Диктофон. Золотые часы. Ну, сигары хорошо идут. Что-то слабо, я даже не знаю, что делать с ней. Вроде все. Так, все. Подожди. Продать. Чё? А, я бритозлак, блин. Ладно. Так, работу мне неохота от тебя брать. Чё мы вообще куда шли-то там? А ты кто такой?
Well, hello. Everything here is guaranteed to injure, maim, or kill at your discretion. Except me. I only kill when I want
Да
to.
ты еще и женщина.
Who? What are you?
I'm a woman, baby. Can't you tell?
You certainly look like a woman, yes.
And that's all that matters, right? Now are you buying what I'm selling?
So, what kind of weapons do you have?
Anything that can kill a man, I sell. Except suicidal depression. That is unfortunately not packageable. Now, are we doing business?
Да ты еще и философ.
Let's see what you have.
Murder and mayhem at a discount.
Убийство со скидкой. Как это мило. Чем это стреляет? Дробовик, что ли? Урон 80. Вот это хорошая, наверное, штука. Хотя урон не очень-то. Пистолет с ножом. Охрененно. Нагрудник, я так понимаю, надеть нельзя, да? Ну, ясно все с тобой.
Cleo.
Don't worry. I only test the weapons on customers I don't like. Feel free to browse.
Gonna pass.
Disappointing.
Да пошла ты. Ну, это что такое? Так, ну я походу сделать-то ничего не могу. Что это такое?
Wake up, Commonwealth. Since they're not your enemy, they are victims in this war as well. True, they were created by the Institute, but they were created as slaves. Thinking, feeling, and dreaming beings, utterly oppressed by their tyrannical masters. So join with us in fighting the real enemy, the Institute. Join the Railroad. When you're ready for that next step, don't worry, we'll find you.
Так. Поехали дальше. Кто еще ломится-то? Здесь целый город. Ну, сюда, собственно. Пачку сигарет продадим.
Well, Mr. Valentine, I thought you had forgotten about Liloni.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
Чё, кайфует.
Here for Amari? She's downstairs.
Ирма.
Nick,
Let's go talk to Amari. Dr. Amari?
Yes? I take it this isn't a social call.
this one's all yours, Nick.
We need a memory dig, Amari, but it's not gonna be easy. The perp, Kellogg, is already cold on the floor.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse. You don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Isn't there some way to make this work?
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
I'm not ready to do this yet.
Well, you better be soon. I doubt that brain is being properly preserved. Time is against us.
А, я мог отдать. А что, не удивляется мутант? Давай, давай.
Dr. Amari.
I'll take a look at this brain, but no guarantees. Do you have it?
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait, that's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Go on, Doctor.
Mr. Valentine is an older generation synth. But Institute technology being what it is, the brain implant could fit him. But that's an incredible risk to take. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. I'm well past the warranty date anyway.
Just don't damage that brain, you two. I need it.
Trust me, Amari's hands are the safest place a brain can be.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here.
Жалко будет чувака.
I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Ничего теперь.
Tell me you have a way past this, Doc.
Let me think. The encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
All right. Let's get started.
Just sit down over there, and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
Please stand by.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
С ним буду играть в довоенной эпохи, небось.
Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
Куда идти?
There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
Если я туда пойду, этого нельзя.
Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellog. This may prove disorienting at first.
Turn down the goddamn radio! I'm trying to sleep!
Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but, She loved me, in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then. People are always hoping for something better. They usually end up with something worse. I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though. Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
What a joke.
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days. Like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio, all useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
Я по нейронам хожу, что ли?
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on that petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand. That's what happiness felt like. It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah. You've got to give it a chance. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know. But that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. A little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
They sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see. That's okay. I got it.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah. You've got to give it a chance. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. I thought San Francisco was my chance to start fresh. I was the hot shit, the gunslinger from the hub, rolling into town with the world at my feet. Everybody knew I was the one who'd shot Valdez. I could write my own ticket to any outfit in town. It all worked out pretty damn well. For a while. Nothing is bad in the NCR these days.
I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know.
Дальше пошли.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Давай посмотрим.
Mr. Kelleher, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate.
Ну, Рэмбо, чё?
Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
воспоминаний-то?
Manual override initiated.
Ну, то, что...
Cryogenic stasis suspended.
Vault computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find it.
Pod C6. Down the hall near the end.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it.
This is the...
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it.
One. Here.
Open it.
Ну там я. Такое чудо. Кстати, прическа у меня другая была.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's gonna be fine.
Come here. Come here.
Wait. No, no. I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only gonna tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean.
Ешь кровь.
Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready.
Давай пойдем дальше.
Manual override initiated.
Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
Kellogg.
It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
То что было нахрен?
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Нет, подожди. А что, больше нет?
Strong, open things. Look around.
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
Am I okay? Are you seeing anything bad?
Don't be alarmed, but I honestly don't know what to look for. As I said before, this is uncharted territory, but your neural and physiological readings have returned to normal. From a medical standpoint, you're fine. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
You were along for the ride, weren't you? You saw what I saw.
Yes, but it's important we review everything together, in case either of us missed anything.
There's more than one person who knows about the Institute. Virgil, that scientist who escaped.
I didn't know Institute scientists could defect. This changes everything. He could answer all sorts of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That can't be right. No one would risk going there, not even to hide.
Why? What makes the glowing sea so dangerous?
The name says it all. Radiation. So much that nothing there could possibly live. Nothing pleasant. Navigating radioactive hazards is nothing new. But the glowing sea can kill a man in seconds. That's why it doesn't make sense. Virgil fleeing into that hell. The exposure alone.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield, or a cloak, a way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
Интересно, как?
Oh, I'm going in naked. Fingers crossed I get superpowers.
I know you're joking, but as a doctor, I feel obligated to remind you that unprotected radioactive exposure will only kill you. Dead. D-E-A-D. So be sure you find a way to get through there with your life intact. And good luck. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Да уж. Светящееся море мне сходить прикольно будет. Ну и рожа у тебя.
Hell yeah.
Рогнак варвар, блин. Конан варвар, короче, понятно. В игрушки играть.
Human, why look at words? What they tell you?
Amari.
Be careful of the radiation. The glowing sea isn't a place to be caught unprepared.
Ясно. Теперь надо что-то какую-то защиту искать от этого моря. Я ведь здесь еще пошастал, кстати. Завтра вставать, спать надо. Все. Спокойной вам ночи, приятного сна. Желаю видеть осла и козла.